Now on his way to the Glory Ring, this man delivered one of the most crushing knockouts ever inside the Glory Ring. At Glory 12 New York over Morad Bouzidi, here comes Saulo Cavalari.
Cavalari dropped from heavyweight to light heavyweight. When he made his Glory debut at Glory 10, he scored a great win over the established Philippe Verlinden, but then really got attention when he destroyed Morad Bouzidi on Bouzidi's birthday in the first round of their Glory 12 in New York fight, an instant contender for KO of the year.
This man has been on a tear through the light heavyweight ranks, earning the right to be the #1 contender, Danyo Ilunga.
Back here at the Grand Casino just outside of Oklahoma City, we got things off with a big bang, and now Danyo Ilunga, Saulo Cavalari with a hard act to follow after what we saw Zach Mwekasa do in the first semifinal. Stephen, take us through the tale of the tape.
In the battle of Dabuba versus Cassius Clay, the two numbers that stand out to me are the reach, where Ilunga has a 4-inch advantage, and the experience, again favoring Danyo by double the amount of fights. To overcome this deficit, Cavalari has to fight like Pac-Man and shower Ilunga with unprecedented violence.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this light heavyweight contender semifinal scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, standing on my left and fighting out of the black corner, a former WAKO South American champion. His professional record, 28 wins with 2 losses, 18 big wins by knockout. At 6 feet 2.5 inches, 1.89 meters, he weighed in at 207.5 pounds, 94.1 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Brazil and ranked #3 in the world. Here is Saulo Cassius Clay Cavalari. His opponent standing on my right and fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time Muay Thai champion and a veteran of over 60 fights. His record, 56 wins with just 5 losses, 44 of those wins coming by knockout. At 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.91 meters, he weighed in at 208.5 pounds, 94.6 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Germany by way of the Congo, he is the #1 ranked contender in the world, Danyo Ilunga. And your referee for this contest is Kevin Nix.
Saulo Cavalari coming off a loss to Tyrone Spong at Glory 15 Istanbul in April, but went the distance with one of the best in the sport, earned plaudits for his efforts in Danyo Ilunga. He was stopped by Tyrone Spong in the final of the Glory 9 New York light heavyweight tournament, a very controversial stoppage, the quickest in Glory history at just 16 seconds. Let's see how long this one lasts, set for 3 3-minute rounds. The second of our semifinals in tonight's light heavyweight contender tournament. The #1 ranked Danyo Ilunga in the white gloves against Saulo Cassius Clay Cavalari in the black gloves.
Danyo is using a lot of angles, and that's what he's got to do. Don't want to stand directly in front of Cavalari.
Nice body kick by Cavalari. Outside low kick by Ilunga. Countered with the jab from Cavalari, who again attacks the lead late with an outside low kick. Again here in Glory, no feeling out process. You have to get to it right away. Only 3 3-minute rounds. And it's not just about flailing away, Stephen. These are the most technically gifted stand-up fighters on the planet.
To me, Danyo Ilunga is the most technical light heavyweight, but he just caught a left hook right there, so sometimes it's not just about technique.
The winner will face Zach Mwekasa later tonight in the final. Good exchange, knee to the midsection by Ilunga. Right hand behind the guard by Cavalari. Jab by Cavalari, and Cavalari mixing up punches and kicks.
Cavalari is fighting like a nightmare, and that nightmare is for Danyo Ilunga. Ilunga's got to really, Ilunga really needs to throw a knee up the middle, Remy Bonjasky style.
And Remy Bonjasky, of course, his mentor. He's trained with the Dutch legend on many occasions. Part of his team as he just ate another right hand, splitting his camp between the Netherlands and his home gym in Germany is Danyo Ilunga. While Saulo Cavalari, member of the Thai Brazil team, misses with that sweeping left hook.
That was quite a swat, but it didn't land. Ilunga really should use more angles, I think, because he's standing right in front of Cavalari.
Coming up on the final minute of the opening round, toe-to-toe action.
This is what the Brazilian fighter wants. He wants a shootout.
Outside low kick by Cavalari. And there's a good counter right hand by the Brazilian banger. And he just opens up on Ilunga. 45 seconds left in the round.
Cavalari is fighting a really smart fight here. He's using a lot of conservation, yet when he explodes, he's very accurate.
Cavalari winding up with the shot. There's a jab. Nice stiff counter right hand by Ilunga through the guard. Coming up on the final 20 seconds of what has been an action-packed opening round.
Ilunga trying to come over the top with that overhand right, but it was blocked by Cavalari.
Kevin Nix breaking up the clinch, and Glory, you have 5 seconds to initiate a knee attack when in the clinch. As we head to round number 2 of the second semifinal.
Fight!
A very interesting round in that Cavalari really put some heat on Ilunga. Cavalari got the better with the punching, 15 total and 7 landed. Danyo Ilunga was on the short side of things in round number 1 in the punching category. Cavalari is fighting the perfect fight right now. Cavalari moving forward, and the high kick was blocked, but it still sent Ilunga teetering. Cavalari with that good right hand counter right down the middle, caught Ilunga right on the chin.
You gotta go, seconds out. Back up, back up, back up. Fight!
The bell signals the start of round 2. Saulo Cavalari in the black gloves, nicknamed Cassius Clay as much for his personality as his tendency to use his hands. And we saw this quick hands on display in round 1. And he continues here in round 2 against the number 1 ranked Danyo Ilunga, who just ate that body kick.
Cavalari may have lost that fight to Tyrone Spong recently, and that really ate him up on the inside, but he did really well against such a great fighter, and he's doing well here, especially with his right hand.
And misses with that right cross. There's a body kick, a thudding shot by Cavalari. Ilunga not really finding the range right now, Stephen. Not able to really connect as he even grazed the chest with the toes of that kick attempt.
Well, what it is that he can't get the respect of Cavalari. He can't hurt Cavalari so far. And he's going to do that by finding his chin with something. And he hasn't been able to do that so far.
Fight!
A minute gone in the second stanza. Mauro Ranallo, the fight professor, Stephen Quadros ringside, joined by Ron Crook.
Quit grabbing each other.
There's a spinning attack by Cavalari that maybe earned some artistic points, but that's about it.
It was a spinning crescent kick, one of the most underutilized kicks ever, because it basically doesn't work too well in kickboxing fights.
Coming up on the midpoint of the round and the fight, and
no holding.
Referee admonishes Cavalari for holding the leg of Danyo Ilunga, unloads with that right hand, pops it off the top of Ilunga's head. Ilunga comes back with the right hand, but not really the power, the pop that Cavalari seems to have thus far in this fight, Stephen.
Just doesn't have that. And I think he might want to go with a low kick and just move out of the way, chopping his legs.
Total punches landed. Big edge for Cavalari. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, Cavalari is all over Ilunga right now. He's fighting aggressive. He's staying in the pocket. He's defending well against the counters, too. That's a big thing.
Under a minute remaining in the second round. Cavalari, though, has to be careful. He winds up with most of his shots. Hasn't really established the jab. And, of course, with power, that takes fuel.
Yes, it does. One thing Cavalari is doing that's really a correct thing to do is keeping his hands up after he throws a combination, because otherwise he's going to be susceptible to a head kick.
Cavalari coming forward, gets popped with that right hand by Ilunga.
Ilunga going to the body with a knee, smart move, but he's losing rounds. Oh, nice combo.
Cavalari looking at the clock. There's less than 15 seconds left. It's already gone further than the first semifinal, where Zach Moicasa dispatched Brian Collette early in round 2. There's a right hand by Ilunga.
Ilunga's got to be frustrated right now because he's really losing tricks of what to do against this maniac that's standing in front of him. Cavalari has really improved technically, and he's outlanding. Look at this, it's a landslide. Cavalari is totally owning this fight. Got, in my opinion, won round 1 and round 2. Danyo Ilunga's got to do some serious damage, maybe even get 2 knockdowns. Ilunga's got great defense against the Superman punch, and he threw the knee underneath, so that was tight, but it was only 1 shot. Cavalari coming in with a great combination. A lot of those didn't connect to the head, but that one right hand did to the body.
Seconds out, let's go. Back up, back up.
The bell, the third and final round between Saulo Cavalari in the black gloves, Danyo Ilunga in the white. Cavalari, who just connected with that sweeping left hook and then the outside low kick, said he was never a good student, as we are in the midst now of a bit of a fistic firefight, but he noticed at a young age that he was faster, stronger, and more explosive than the guys his age. And when he was 9 years old, the Vonage Shooter Box Academy was running roughshod in a promotion we know very well, Stephen, Pride Fighting Championships, and that's where Cavalari decided, you know what, I want to be like these guys.
But as soon as he went to the gym, he became an A+ student. And we're seeing that here.
Break.
I'm impressed with his boxing. Because I used to think it was a brawler.
Cavalari just goes and picks up his own mouthpiece, doesn't rinse it off. Come on, let's do this thing.
Fight.
Probably doesn't get athletes' teeth.
Knee by Ilunga. Cavalari swinging wildly. There's a knee in the clinch. Front kick by Cavalari. Left hook by Ilunga.
Cavalari really smart to keep his elbows in too, to stay away from that knee.
In the final 2 minutes of the fight, Professor, who do you think's winning?
I think Cavalari is definitely winning the fight. He's got 2 rounds in the bag already, and he's being the more aggressive fighter here. But the problem is, let's say this goes to the distance.
Oh, nice right hand by Cavalari. Misses wildly with the left hook. Finish your thoughts, Stephen.
Yeah, if it goes to the distance, he spent a lot of energy, and Moicasa is waiting.
Yes, he is.
I mean, that's a dangerous guy.
A minute and a half left in the fight. Ilunga eats another straight right hand through the guard. Cavalari now has Ilunga on the ropes. There's the clinch and a knee. Referee calls for the break.
Back up, fight!
Cavalari just wants it so bad.
Oh, and the left hook connects on Ilunga's face, and Ilunga, you can see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, he's frustrated. Plus, he's running out of energy, too, because he's getting hit, especially to the body, and he's throwing a lot of shots, and a lot of them are missing.
Cavalari mixing it up, using punches, kicks, and knees. Final minute of the fight. Ilunga with the straight right hand, but then eats a combination. Defense be damned as Cavalari comes forward.
Cavalari.
Beautiful switch kick.
Yeah, jump front kick. I love it.
And Ilunga takes a knee, but it's ruled a slip.
It was a slip.
And again, Cavalari going for show points. 30 seconds left in the final round. And you know what? Fatigue really a factor for both of these guys. And Zach Moicasa's got to be in the back smiling ear to ear.
Form. Keep fighting.
He can't count his ducks before they're hatched, because let's say Cavalari makes
he'll
it
have an
past.
opportunity for sure to,
Right.
if he does win the fight. But I'm just saying right now, body language speaking volumes. 10 seconds left in this bout. And it looks like we are headed to the judges' scorecards. Cavalari and Ilunga. Who will face Zach Mwekasa in the final? We'll find out in just a moment. So, Mr. Fight Professor, unofficial scorecard?
I got it 3-0, 30-27. For that man with his arms raised, beating that man there, Danyo Ilunga. I think Cavalari put on a great performance against a great champion, and I think he's going to make it to the finals. Cavalari really pulled out all the stops and jump front kick this Taekwondo. Oh, I love that movement. And you know, it's a flashy move, but it landed perfectly. Could have done a lot of damage, other than get that smelly foot in his face.
All right, from our Ask the Fighter department for Danyo Ilunga, Edvin Eric Kibus asked if you could steal one technique from another Glory fighter, which would it be? The answer, I think, Daniel Guida's left hook. It's really strong. It's a technique I really like. He could have used that left hook in this fight against Cavalari. Also, Mike Michael asks, do you feel fear before a fight? The answer, you'll have to explain to me what fear is. What is this fear thing, Stephen Waters?
Well, fear, Mauro, is something that happens when you look across the ring at a guy like Saulo Cavalari or Zach Mwekasa. Then you get fear.
Great sign of sportsmanship, the camaraderie between these incredible athletes. The best kickboxers on the planet here in Glory. They went the full 9 minutes in this second semifinal in our one-night Glory 18 light heavyweight contender tournament. The winner will face the fearsome Zach Mwekasa in the final. The victor of the tournament not only takes home the big check, but also gets an opportunity to challenge for the title, which the belt currently around the waist of one Gokhan Saki.
Gokhan Saki's dangerous. And he used to train with that man there. Gokhan Saki was a student of Core Hammers, the great Core Hammers, one of the greatest trainers in the history of kickboxing. Trained the great Ramon Deckers, the great Bas Rutten, and Gokhan Saki, a plethora of other great fighters from around the world.
Core Hammers, a legendary Dutch trainer, of course, the Netherlands. Considered a fight factory, producing some of the best stand-up fighters on the planet. Names you mentioned. His son, following his footsteps now, Nicky Hammers, a trainer, while Core busy as the matchmaker for Glory and putting together this tournament. And we are sitting now on tenterhooks awaiting the official decision. Of course, Saulo Cavalari at 25, just scratching the surface of his fighting potential. Meanwhile, Danyo Ilunga, he's only 27, and again, had some emotion, wondering, you know, what the heck's going on? Saki Spong come down from heavyweight, take my spot. He came into this ranked number 1. Will he leave this fight?
Cavalari looks like he's got a lot of pep left too, and that's going to really, he's going to need that.
A look at the scenery here in Oklahoma, which produced the greatest athlete, one of the greatest athletes ever in Jim Thorpe. Tonight, you're watching the greatest athletes in kickboxing at Glory 18. And we are set for the official decision. Before we get that, let's look at the strike stats, Stephen.
Cavalari was all over Ilunga all fight long. 41 punches landed and threw a lot of kicks. He just blew this thing out of the water. He's got a definite 30-27 in my opinion. Cavalari had every answer to every question that Danyo Ilunga made, whether it would be a kick or whether it be a knee. Ilunga couldn't counter off the top of those knees. Cavalari was always first in the punching exchanges. Cavalari, when he got aggressive, look at that. It's a 5 to 7 punch combination, all of them accurate. Cavalari coming over the top, blasting away. He wants it so bad. He came from hard times. And Ilunga eating a jump front kick, more of an embarrassing moment. Cavalari swinging wild out on Mike Tyson. There he is, Saulo Cavalari.
Let's make it official. Who will face Zach Mwekasa in the final of the one-night light heavyweight tournament? Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges score this bout 30-27, a unanimous decision for your winner, who now fights on to the tournament final, Saulo Cavalari!
Saulo Cavalari pulls off the upset as he knocks off, at least, not to knock out, knocks off Danyo Ilunga, the #1 ranked light heavyweight coming into this tournament. It will be Saulo Cavalari.